Hey everyone, how y'all doing? Good evening. Um, there's been a lot of attacks here lately on the family and family judges. Also, hold on. So we have people attacking. Hey, see through. How you doing? So the first thing I want to show you is this. Let me get to it here. There we go. All right. So, this judge here from Lafayette, Indiana, him and his wife was shot over the weekend. Um, so a judge and his wife was injured in a shooting Sunday afternoon in Lafayette, Indiana, prompting multi agencies investigating involving local and state federal law enforcement. The Lafayette Police Department. So the judge, Stephen Meyer, was shot in the arm. His wife, Kimberly, was shot in the hip at their home, Mill Pond Lane, at 2:15 p.m. Now, police said shell casings were recovered from the scene, and both victims received medical treatment and at least in stable condition. The shooting remains active investigation involving multiple agencies, including Lafayette Police Department, Indiana State Police, and the Tippecanoe County Office, Sheriff's Office. In the West Lafayette Police Department and the Tippecanoe Prosecutor Office and the FBI. This is the judge who was shot here in Lafayette area. And Kimberly was released statement throws police thinking the investigators and first responders following the shooting. I have great confidence Lafayette Police Department investigating and want to thank all agencies involved in their work. She said, "We're also incredible and grateful and outpouring support of the community." So in this respect, we have the other side of the prof group, bad mouthing, especially for Pitt's bad mouthing this judge. So they want to bad mouth these judge here lately here now. Doesn't matter if something happened to them, they want to bad mouth them. Uh, but they didn't care if a judge was shot and killed. They still bad mouth these people. And stuff. Hey, Louise, how you doing? Hey, Mustang, how you doing? So the people who are bound mouthing this judge, um, I like his supporter Pitts. He said the hanging judge in was that his nickname, and Myers had a bad reputation. So they're bad mouthing the judge and everything else here on his channel in his post. So they don't care if this judge gets shot or killed. Um, it continues with prophet's people that wants to. Hey, they don't care if the judge gets hurt or killed. Right now, they're bad mouthing another judge here, or trying to become the next judge. And some blaming one, but little Ricky. Yeah, yep, that's true. See through, it's true. So we have another judge. They're bad mouthing who's trying to run for judge in replacement of Judge Gall. Let me read the person who's doing that one. Let me see here. Where'd she go? Um, Here we go. So this is Judge Gall's daughter, and under this one, she's running for judge for her mom. She wants to replace her mother's position. And Christine Gall currently is an Allen County deputy prosecutor, is announced her campaign for Allen County Superior Judge, and she's seeking to fill the vacancy that left by her mom, Fran Gall, at the end of her term. So with that, they're also bad mouthing Judge Gall's daughter on the props side. So there's more on that. They're bad mouthing this one. Not even before she ever gets in the position yet. They're bad mouthing. It's like you got all these people straight out of Mag magazine adding more large problems of conspiracies now. When she gets in, when she becomes a judge, they think, oh, she's going to have a lot of dirty little secrets. I mean, you got the litigation examiner. Those people are exhausting. So it's like all these people want to badmouth somebody they don't even know and stuff. They don't even know. But they think they know. And we're putting out lies. These people who want to put more and more lies we have seen on the wanted list. This would be the wanted list. You have Prop, you have Rebecca, you have Orpitz, Robin, all these other people who went on the evil side, who think they know what they're talking about. Totally. Which they don't even know what they're talking about. And that's the problem. They don't not know anything. Hey, Jason. Hey, Melissa. Hey, Rescue Dogs. How you doing? They don't know nothing. They think they know everything, but they don't. We know we have found these people who lies and stuff. And especially when we know some other people are attacking Kelsey and the family, especially somebody turning into videos, AI talking, make them look like they said these words all through the trial. And now this person called Shadow Sleuth, she's making more videos. Hey, Jinx, made more videos of Kelsey saying she killed her sister and killed her friend, which she wasn't there. Putting these lies out, this Shadow Sleuth keep on putting lies, making AI voices to criminalize her and killing her own sister. Which she didn't. Her family didn't do it. But was anybody here? Was they here at the crime? I don't see them at the crime scene to come forward to help Richard Allen. Where are they? I don't see them saying they were there at the crime scene. Were they there at the trial? Yeah, people need to stop using and lying on the family. Yeah. And we especially know that somebody didn't want to go on C. Wilkle show and stuff, made up lies that she called or texted the people, which she didn't. That proves she lied. She lied through the whole entire court and lied with a person in Canada whose name's Ralphie, who tells Rebecca, just go ahead and lie. Just believe my stories. So anything she puts on her YouTube page is all lies and stuff. And it's just getting out of hand more and more. Prof constantly lying about the family. Yep, sure is. Jinx, yep. And more and more people on that side are putting out lies. Were they there at the crime scene? Very better than me. I am sick of snow. Um, but yeah, all her stuff that's on her page, on these other people's pages, and stuff, making up lies. That's what they've been doing ever since the case wasn't at any hearing. Yep, that's true, Jinx. She was not in any of those hearings. I didn't see her come. She has a lot of free time to come to the case, come to the court. You know, some of the people who were there standing outside, did they go inside? I know some people went inside during the court hearings. So, and then you're using all these lies. That's what I've been doing. And, you know, all these people who showed up for that very first press conference when they said Richard Allen is the murderer. I didn't see them changing their minds at the time when they said Richard Allen is the murderer. They all agreed they finally found the killer. And once the court got over with, this is where everything start changing of, oh, he's innocent. He's innocent. Well, no. A lot of people out there at the beginning, they said he's the killer. And now look, since the court's all over with, look what they're doing now. Putting out lies, twisting the narrative of lies of them making money and stuff. And like they said, they're trying. The family is trying to move on, but it seems these people don't want to let the family move on. Hey, Gibbo. So what they're going to do if he gets out? We all know what he's going to do. If he gets out, his lawyers wanted him out in the first place at the beginning of this trial, before the trial got ever started. What happened to that? Now, what happened to them trying to get Richard Allen out of jail, out of prison? How come they didn't do it? The 72 days was up to get him out. Yep, that's true, see-through. And 72 days was in that December in 2023. You know, why? Why didn't they try to get saying, okay, you have no proof, my client can leave? What happened? How come they kept him in prison? And they're the ones who wanted him out in the first place to run for free and run around? And here they are. They didn't say Richard Allen. They're going around and say, oh, we know he's innocent, but why didn't you get him out in 2023, that when you said you're trying to do this and you didn't do the bail? You skipped the bail. How come the lawyers skip the bail but keep Richard Allen in jail or in prison? Hey, True Crime. Mona, how you doing? So how come his lawyer left him in prison? left him in that jail that they were at the beginning saying, if there's no evidence, we're going to get him out. Well, what happened to that? So what happened? Them supposed to get out, have Richard Allen out of jail in December 2023. Since he didn't have a lawyer at the beginning when he was caught. And they're talking, well, he didn't have a lawyer, so he should be able to leave because he didn't have a lawyer. But it seems like his lawyer wanted the money. So they kept him in prison so they can get the money. So that's another reason they stayed in this for the money. Richard Allen lawyers stayed in it with the money. They know they had a good money scheme going. Especially, we got to go down to Georgia to get this $12,000 photo from a Facebook person. So, and they flew down there and they tried to get the money of the $12,000 reimbursement for that photo. And then go off, Rich Allen said this. And it was Odinism. Now, in fact, there's nothing linking to Oldism on this case at all. As soon as they said Oldism, these other people on the other side we know, they went with it. Oh, we'll stay on Oldism. It was these people. Holman said, we do not put innocent people behind bars. Where's their evidence? They're going off a little on this little trinket box that Richard Allen had on his desk or table somewhere in his bedroom. I was saying, the bullet was framed. He's framed because that bullet was in there. They take photos before taking out or putting in. They didn't have any bullets in their hand and stuff. Let me see here. Let's see here. Which... So, now, here's the thing. There's some guns that can be able to change gun barrels out. So, there are a lot of guns that you can change gun barrels out and convert it to shoot 9mm bullets or 357 caliber bullets. For this here, it says to change gun barrel rolls, particularly for a firearm like Glock, you can use a conversion barrels that allow you to change the caliber by altering just the barrel. For example, a 40 caliber Glock can be converted to shoot a 9mm or a 357 caliber bullets. This modification is legal as long as the dimension of the firearm remains unchanged and the serial number is not altered. So let me show you this one. This is what it says right here. I was telling Jason, he didn't know nothing about that. So I said, yeah, you can. Here it is, right here. It's right here. This is what it says. Um, and modifying is legal as long as the dimension of the firearm remains unchanged and serial number is not altered. However, but beware of changing the barrel can affect the ballistic characteristics of the gun on the firearm, which may have implications for legal and forensic purpose. Semi-automatic gun conversion. Here's this one. So the semi-automatic gun of fully automatic is completely legal process. It's most tradition, including the United States. Here are the keys point to consider. Legal restrictions, NFA, the Gun Control Act, heavily regulate machine guns, which are defined as firearms that can fire more than one shot with a single bullet or trigger. Now, technology challenge achieving the conversion typically requires significant mechanical knowledge, specializing tool modifications to the firearm internal components, such as a disc connector in seared. Now, consequently, attempting to convert a semi-automatic firearm to fully automatic with proper license registration is illegal and can lead to several penalties, including hefty fines and imprisonment. Current trends, there are been significant increase in illegal possessions of conversion devices known as switches, which convert semi-automatic firearms to fully automatic weapons. For detailed information, you can refer to source provided. So yeah, there are several conversions, and if you can change a 4 caliber Glock, convert it into a 9 millimeter, 9 millimeter bullet, or 357 caliber bullets. There, which did that happen? Who knows? But you can change a gun on the barrel. So did he change his gun barrel on his weapon? Someone needs to look that up. So I don't have the information of what kind of gun. Hold on, let me see. Maybe I do. Hold on. Let me see something here. Maybe I'll find it. Maybe I got it here somewhere. Let me see if I can find it. I know I got it in here somewhere in my list. Let me see here. All right, let's see here. Where's this gun? Let's see. There's the knives. Where's this gun? I'm looking at all knives and stuff he's got listed on here. Okay, so he had all right, let me show you this. All right, here. Can y'all see that? Do I need to so he has So sealed plastic containing one 40 caliber Smith& Wesson cartridge found in a wooden keepsake box. So there's that one. So a 26. Let me see here. Say, uh, 226. What's it? 226. At 226 can change the color. Okay, so this is what like I said. Okay, so we got this. He's Sig the P 226 40 caliber handgun. So basically, let me get to the answer here. Let me switch here. Stop there. And let me switch here. Yes, you can change the caliber of the 226, which he had, by swapping out a barrel and magazine for a desired caliber. This allows the versatility of ammo and shooting preference. Can I change caliber of P226 from a 9mm to the 40? Which we can, because it says right here, here's a 40, and you can change it out to, he's got the P226 40 caliber, in which you can change it to a 9mm. So I can change the caliber, say, from 9 to 40. Smith & Wesson. That's the gun Richard Allen had. So back to Richard Allen. So like it says here, let me switch to this one over here. This one. And it says right here, to change a gun barrel rules, particular to the firearm, like the Glock, you can use a conversion barrel that allows you to change the caliber by altering just the barrel. For example, a 40 caliber Glock can be converted into a 9mm ammo. So, Richard Allen has P226 40 caliber, and you can change that barrel out. Get back to it. Let me get back to it. So, yes, you can change the caliber SIG P26 by swapping out the barrel and magazine for the desired caliber. This allows you versatility and ammo for shooting preference. Can I change a caliber SIG 226 from 9mm to a 40? So, gun zone here. It says here I can change the caliber P26. Yes, you can. Caliber of your SIG P226 from a 9mm to a 40. by swapping out the barrel magazines. So, and here's people saying, oh, the bullet didn't match the gun. Well, guess what, people? Nobody didn't do their history or do their lesson. Richard Allen had this gun, and you can change it from a 9 to a 40 Smith & Wesson. And that's the gun he has. That's the gun he's got. So, did he change the caliber of that gun? He can change the barrel. He can change the magazine to fit a 9mm to a 40, from a 40 to the 9. So, that means Richard Allen changed his gun barrel and magazine on this gun, this particular gun. So he changed it out. Did somebody find the bill that he bought a new barrel, swapping out the barrel and the magazine to fit from a 9mm to a 40? Did anybody check and see if that was, did he use it as a, whatever that bullet was in that case, that little trinket box he's got, you can change the barrel and the magazine. Swap it from a 9mm to a 40 Smith & Wesson. So, these people think he's innocent? I don't think so. We just proved something. The gun always matched the 40 round as they is what they tested. But yeah, whatever the bullet was in that box, they are able, he can be able to change that. Yeah. So you can change, this is, you can change, he can change that. If he used as a 9mm gun and then change it to a 40, the gun barrels can be changed out. So it proves this gun, this particular gun Richard Allen has, he can change it. If it was a 9mm gun in the first place and switch it to 40 Smith & Wesson, so that would put, yes, Richard Allen changed the barrel and the clip to do the 40. So what was originally, was it a 40, a 9mm first? Yeah, the bullet matches. Anybody can change the barrel on that particular gun and the clip. It doesn't matter what, how many bullets they found that was not shot or make. Let me see here. Let me find something here. Let's see here. Let's see. Markings on. What would there be? see here. So, I'm trying to find something here. Hold on. Markings. Let's see here. Let me see what kind of markings. Bullet here. I'm trying to find something here. Trying to find it here. Not that. I'm trying to find here something else about this gun. Here. And all right, let's see here. I'm trying to find what would be a fire pin markings. Well, here's 4 common problems with Richard Allen's gun. I found myself field testing and known as P226. My hands-on experience while thrilling the venture was also eye-opening. I pushed the boundaries, putting the P226 to the test, and was through the examination that I stumbled upon few digital issues. Important one observes that the problem during my testing issues like the magazine release acting up, the firing pin issues, occasionally failure to feed, and somewhat tricky to extract were all notable occurrence of the injection. Accidental magazine release. Talk about throwing you off your game, right? That is what I found with the accidental magazine release and considered no doubt practical in self-defense scenario. Notice that it wasn't just one off, but happened pretty regular. My gut feeling that this is the issue is tied to either a worn out magazine release or a particular troublesome magazine. Now, the fire pin issue. While putting the P226 through its paces, I encountered an issue where the firing pin would connect the primer of the round, yet the round wouldn't discharge. The currents known as the light strike can disrupt the shooting rhythm and comprise the overall experience of the firearm. So it has a problem. That particular weapon has a problem. Instructor breakage. Okay, an issue that caught me from surprise during my testing was sudden breakage of the exactor. Like exactor is essentially removing spent cartridge after firing, and failure can occur unexpectedly, even relative early in the firing life cycle. When confronting the broken exactor, unfortunately, no makeshift solutions or clever hacks can be employed. The simple act that the extractor is broken, it won't fulfill the purpose of removing the cartridges. Therefore, the only visible solution to restore the firearm functionally is to replace the broken exactor with a new one. Now, the feed, failure up to feed. While testing the PT26, I found recurring issues that hindering the firearm's smooth operation problems, failure to feed rounds of the magazine properly. The issue manifests and constantly with each magazine load, significantly disrupted the fire processing. Conclusion. Testing and reviewing the P226, I came to know that the weakness, it's renowned firing with a legacy of law enforcement and military worldwide. It's known for robust and build reliability. Nevertheless, any piece of machining is not without any issues, but actually magazine release, light strike, extractor breakage, and failure to technology. I'll call my mom. So, and then the Glock, the P226, better than his Glock. Our excellent firearm preference between the two often comes down to personal taste and gripping. But again, there's a lot of issues with this gun and stuff. So a lot of failures to feed, extractor breakage, firing pin issues, and accidental magazine release problems. So who knows? Hey, how you doing? I bloody hate the new YouTube handle change. Makes it pain in the butt. Oh, yeah, I know. I need to call her and stuff. So sorry about that. Trying to keep the trolls away. No, it's not Jason calling me and stuff. So, well, there you have it. So there's a lot of problems with the gun, and you can change out the barrel and the clip on that particular gun. So now it was just my fun. So I'm gonna get off here, and I'll talk to you guys a little later. Hey, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Have a nice evening now. Bye now. Okay, see through. Gotcha.